Perrion Winfrey, who I'm looking forward to. We had him 63rd, the defensive tackle from Oklahoma. Joe, measurements, and then we'll kick this thing open.
6'0", 303, 10 2/8, 35 4/8.
We had him 63rd coming in. I have the feeling he's moving on up. But where's everybody's appetite for Perrion Winfrey?
I think he's a second-round guy. Third round, like I said, when I dove into the film, sometimes these players they can be victims of the scheme and the coaching and them being the best athlete on the field. So the coaches want to put them in specific positions, and that was kind of Perrion's issue. They put him at zero tech, and he was taking on double teams, and that wasn't his best position. Like, he would get flushed out of there, and then we seen him in this setting to where he can line up at three tech and just penetrate gaps, and he did what I thought he could do, and that was dominant. Like, the guy is quick, and you don't find these big, powerful, strong guys, and he's that. Like, he's a rare athlete, and I think that's what you see in the athleticism. I know you always talk about unlocking his hips and his upper body not being connected to his lower body, and you've seen it, right? Like, when there was certain arm maneuvers he had to do, he was able to really contort his body in certain ways, and then also get back on track, right? It wasn't him getting in one direction and then like, oh man, he's too stiff to kind of redirect. He was also to get back on track and close directly to the quarterback. So I was impressed with him. I think this was a perfect setting for him, and I think that him as a player, he can walk away from here saying that, hey, you know what, like, it was Oklahoma, it wasn't necessarily me.
Yeah, I agree. He had a great couple practices, man. Like, his temperament. You saw the competitiveness, the violence.
That was the biggest thing for him,
like,
for me.
His attitude is infectious. Like, just kind of
the juice.
Yes, watching him walk around, he's definitely got to go up.
So, the big thing with Perrion is, as Keith said, showcasing him in ways he wasn't afforded the opportunity to be played. And I think you look at penetration style opportunities for him, whether that's in an odd front as a 4-eye for a more aggressive type front or as a 3 technique. I'm sure the odd front teams are going to love the fact that he's got 35.5-inch arms. I mean, they're going to be all over that. But that just gives him universal appeal. I mean, you just know we're not going to draft him to play on the nose.
Right.
Okay, like, life is good for Perrion moving forward. But the names in front of him that I think are at least interesting to discuss were Phidarian Mathis, who was here, and Devontae Wyatt, who was also here. Phidarian was solid, but I thought he was quiet throughout the week.
For sure.
And they were relatively close. And seeing Perrion in a new role, I would absolutely pound the table for him to, at minimum, go above Phidarian Mathis.
Yeah, so, I had both of these guys in my region, and they both had the same issue, and that was consistent rushing the passer. Perrion came here and did what he needed to do. Phidarian Mathis didn't show that. He was still kind of sticking on blocks a little bit too long for me. So they both had the same goal when they arrived, and Perrion, he achieved
one
his
got
goal.
it, and the other didn't.
Yeah, moving him up, moving up above Mathis is probably the best move to do.
Joe, anything else?
Nope, I'm in agreement.
I know you're a big Phidarian Mathis stan, so I didn't want to.
No, but I was honest about.
Yeah.
I think you phrased it the exact way. They both had the same objective. One answered it in ways that the other one didn't.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this conversation regarding the players involved in the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl. Make sure you visit the Draft Network for all of your NFL Draft, and college football needs. Hit subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.